was 7 years old, sitting in second grade, and having lived most of my life in China. I didn't know what "get out your crayons" meant, or why everyone stood up during the Pledge of Allegiance and looked at the flag in the classroom. I didn't understand why kids would run away from me during recess while screaming, "Tag!" After a month or so of second grade, I was enrolled in ELD, the English Learning Development Program, and was pulled out of class at times to learn new words or grammar rules everyone else had already mastered. I kept to myself, embodying a shy, silent, and reserved student. And when I didn't, I struggled to express my ideas. At one point, I was recommended to retake second grade. But nobody understood that I wanted to prove I was better than that, and that I believed I had the power to overcome these challenges. In the summer of second grade, my mom enrolled me in a new class, storytelling. When I found out, I immediately shook my head, frightened about standing up and speaking to a room of new judgmental classmates, when I barely knew English. I thought I would embarrass myself. It would be like second grade all over again. However, my mom was keen on this pivotal decision. She left me no room for negotiation, a packed backpack, and told me the night before my first class. In the class, the teacher asked me to speak louder, be more confident, and loosen up more. Slowly, my voice grew, my confidence grew, and I started thinking about competitive speaking. Competitive speaking, often called speech, is a form of academic competition where students prepare, or impromptu, then deliver a speech across various events that showcase public speaking, rhetorical, and interpretation skills. After 2 years of these classes, I entered in my first competition. I thought, I can do this. I fought hard and I practiced dutifully. But I lost. I lost again and again. And in fact, I lost 20 times. I kept going to my classes, a place where I could express myself without fear. Another competition came, and I knew it was an opportunity to improve myself further. In this competition, there were around 300 participants. I was instructed to write a speech on a given prompt. Thrilled by a Harry Potter prompt, a book I had devoured that summer, I wrote my speech, rehearsed every day, and performed. I remember watching the Lives Awards video with my mom, unanimously thinking that they had forgotten about my name as they got up to second place. Then I heard my name. As the champion of the tournament, I screamed with joy. My mom screamed with joy. The whole house shook with excitement. Even the neighbors across the street had heard us. I never thought I would go from not making it to the finals to the overall champion of a tournament. I realized then that to succeed, I had to embrace all of the challenges I was uncomfortable with. From that point on, my journey in competitive speaking never ceased. Since then, I've been competing. I've competed in elementary, middle, and high school competitive speaking. I've won a total of 13 trophies, 29 medals, and 2 plaques. And while you probably want to see some trophies, they don't really fit in my pocket. And for 2 years in a row, I've been ranked the top 25 speakers in the nation. However, if you ask me what the best reward is, I would say there is only one: seeing the change in myself, evolving from that shy, hesitant, and bashful little girl to the confident, outspoken, and social individual standing before you today sharing this message. Competitive speaking transformed my life. Now, let me ask you, do you want to have a transformative experience through competitive speaking? Do you want to voice your opinions and raise your hand confidently? Do you want to win those debates with your parents? And And do you want to have exciting competitions without parental supervision? Invest in competitive speaking. Competitive speaking is the most beneficial activity. They can be the key to turning all of these dreams into a reality. The highlight of competitive speaking is how it can encourage both your personal and your professional growth. Future lawyers. The communication and speaking skills you gain can be used to persuade and communicate with your clients. Future scientists. You can use the communication skills you gain to foster a strong relationship within your team. And lastly, future change makers. You can ensure that the skills you gain from competitive speaking will help you grow, achieve, and thrive in your future careers. So, no, it's not reserved for future presenters or entertainers. It's a powerful tool for anyone eager to find success regardless of your ambitions. Picture the difference between a child who struggles silently and one who radiates confidence. The transformation could just depend on a few minutes of practice each week. Competitive speaking isn't merely about standing up and delivering a speech. It's about cultivating tomorrow's leaders, innovators, and change makers. Without competitive speaking, I couldn't see myself speaking up for my wants, receiving precious accolades, or gaining opportunities like this one. I invite each of you to take that first courageous step and watch how it transforms you, just as it transformed me. Witness as competitive speaking enhances not only your communication skills, but also your confidence and your character. Together, we can build a future where every voice is heard, every story matters, and every child has the opportunity to shine.